Alright everybody, welcome back to another video on my channel. Um, I'm moving on to a new segment. Um, I'm gonna distract from my video game segment and just move on with a new one. I might come back to the old one, but I'll have to think about that. So anyways, on to this segment. So this segment is called Story Time. It's a simple name. It's exactly what it sounds like. And if you read the title, you would know that today I'm going to be explaining a story from fourth grade. God, I have no idea why I'm doing this, but you know what? Who fucking cares anymore at this point, right? So, it's the fourth grade car fiasco. Alright, moving on. So, like I said, this happened in the fourth grade, and I was a stupid kid by then. This had to have been lunch recess. So, I'm outside at the blacktop, and I see a group of friends of mine, and they are doing what is now known to me as the car fiasco for a specific reason. So, they're picking up rocks and they're actually throwing them at cars. And I'm just since this was like when I was like 9 or 10, I was like, what the hell are these guys doing? They shouldn't be doing this. At this point, I don't really care about much, so that's why I always thought like that when I was 9. So I was like, what the hell do I do? Like, do I report them? They're my friends. I don't want to be a snitch or whatever you guys say nowadays or something like that. I don't remember what we used to say back then. I'm kind of stupid and I don't remember much. But I was like, nah, they're my friends. So I decided to go over there, and they're just greeting me. And I'm like, what y'all doing? Like, if I didn't just spy on them and think about my life choices of picking friends. So they explained to me what they're doing, and I'm like, okay, I promise I won't tell anyone. Yeah, no one will know about this, right? So, anyways, um, I start to follow along just so I don't look weird. I grab a rock, and I even try. I grab a rock, I throw it through the fence actually, yeah, and it hit a car, and we were just laughing about it. Nobody really was paying attention for some reason. I'm surprised there were no administrators, but every time there was administrators, every time there were every time there'd be administrators, we just stopped because if they found out what we were doing, we'd be in a heck of a lot of trouble. So, anyways, I'm doing the thing, and like we did this to any type of car. It didn't matter if they were parked or if they were still driving. Sometimes we didn't even aim for the car itself. Sometimes we just tried to throw something just because. So that's when there's this one parked car. I'm not sure exactly what type of car it was. And I'm like, hey guys, watch this. I try to grab the most dull rock I can, and the most tiniest one too, because I don't want to make any damage. I don't want people to see what happened. I don't want to be responsible and have to pay for something. So I grab the rock, and even though at the time and at this point now, I'm very bad at aiming, I have no idea how, but I threw it through the fence. And like, yeah, this was a small rock, but even that wasn't enough to get through the fence so easily. So it goes through and hits the window. Luckily, there was no cracks, nothing got broken, but for some reason, and I have no idea what the hell why, but around this time, it was so fucking loud. So there were these people, apparently, some kids were actually playing nearby, and since they heard and for some reason this time saw what was happening, they immediately screamed, "Hey!" And that's when I knew I gotta run. So then I was just running. I didn't look back, or I had to at points, but I just kept running with my friends. And we had to hide because apparently they called out the administrators. What the hell? So as we're doing that, we were just hiding from place to place to place. I don't remember exactly how this place looked like, All I just know is that we were able to hide at points, and the administrators couldn't find me, nor my friends. So the kids decide, why not tell them what this car was? They go to the car, and the administrator's like, "What the fuck? What's the damage?" She obviously didn't say a cuss word since this was like elementary, but she was just confused. She couldn't tell if they were lying or not. And I'm surprised this didn't raise any suspicion because at the school I went to, the district was super strict. I'm surprised this didn't raise any suspicion because there were no reports the next day. So yeah, they were just confused as hell because nothing looks wrong. Like, what the hell are these kids talking about? Are they just lying or something? Do they want attention? Are they trying to get some kids busted just because? So now they're just like, what the hell are you talking about? There's no one out here. I don't understand what you mean by someone threw a rock at a car. Nobody has said anything about that. So now we go out in the open. Those kids are gone for some reason. I know they didn't go to the office because I've seen them many times before after in that day too. They just didn't never noticed us. So wait and hide until the bell rings. We go back into class, and I just think to myself, what the hell is wrong with me? Like, seriously, if I really didn't want anything to do with it, I should have just walked away. Like, I could have done anything else. I am fine being alone. I have done many things in my spare time that does not require anybody at all. So now, I'm just contemplating my choices. I'm like, why the hell did I have to do that? Like, what could have happened if I didn't do that? Imagine what could have happened if I grabbed a chip rock and did the same thing. I could have broken that guy's window and he would be like, "Oh no, my car! What happened to my... What the fuck? Who did this? Oh no! Who broke my car? Who broke my car window? I am going to sue whoever did this. No, you know what? No, yeah, I'm gonna finger their asshole. I don't care if it's a kid who did this. I'm gonna finger them. And like, I'm gonna be known as a pedophile. I'm going to jail. I don't fucking care. And like, he would have been on a rant, dude. That's just... I am so glad I didn't break the window and I used the door rock, because if I used a bigger chipped rock that went through the gate, or if I just made it go over the gate, surprisingly, and still hit the window, this man or whoever owned the car might have saw that and just been so mad and just so furious. And like, I still feel bad to this day because that, like, I seriously just did that just so I can look cool with my friends. I had nothing to gain out of that, so that's when I continue on with my life, and I didn't want to move. I didn't want to do anything else with it, or so I thought. I can explain this later in a new video. Well, I hope you all enjoy. See you next time on a new episode, and I hope you don't turn out like me and just throw rocks at cars. Goodbye.